What's up, everybody? My name is Chris, and we are going to go through the story mission in Destiny, the Taken King expansion. Now, if any of you people follow me on Twitter, or actually even if you visit the Married to the Games forums, but especially if you follow me on Twitter, at BreadFan35, you will know that I am a huge Destiny player. Destiny is kind of like my thing. Like, I've played the crap out of this series since the alpha came out in July of 2014. So I have just played the mess out of some Destiny. And what we're going to do here is play through the story of the expansion, The Taken King, which is basically kicks off Season 2 of Destiny, or Year 2, I guess I should say, of Destiny. Now, for those of you who have not played any Destiny at all, you might be thinking, well, why don't you go through all of the story stuff and the first 2 expansions and all that kind of stuff? And the reason that I'm not going to do that is because, well, you know, even being a Destiny fan, I'm going to be honest here, there's really not much of a story that makes a heck of a lot of sense. Now, the Dark Below expansion and the House of Wolves expansion, which were smaller expansions, they were good and they did tell a bit of a story, but there's still not a ton of context. And I think what little bit of information that I can give you guys and that will kind of be filtered in throughout the story, you'll understand kind of enough of what's going on to make the Taken King story make sense to you, as far as I understand. Or as far as I think. So, as you can see right here, this is my hunter. I main my hunter. That's the class that I play the most. I've already gone through the story with him. He's already the level cap at level 40, and I am light level 284, which is not quite high enough to do the raid. The raid, I believe, is 290 is the base. So I'm working on it. I'm getting there. And look at that, man. That's a sexy beast right there. Dudes. The hunter is the master race, just so you know. I know some people think differently. They like these other 2 classes, but I'm telling you right here, the hunter. Alright, so what we are going to do is go through the story on my Titan. Now, as you can see, I'm already level 35. I started at the expansion when it came out. On all my classes, I was 34. So I've played a little bit on my Titan. And just if you're interested, here's my Warlock. But we're not going to be playing him. We're going to be playing him last. So we're going to go ahead and play through the story mission on the Titan. So let's get this going. And the reason that I'm doing the Titan over the Warlock is because with the new expansion, The Taken King, you have new subclasses, which I'll kind of explain with the subclasses. So, your class is either a Titan, a Hunter, or a Warlock. And then what you have here are these subclasses. So this one is Striker. It's an Arc subclass. It has all these different abilities that it can do. And then here's the Defender, which is the Void subclass, which is purple. And then there's going to be a new subclass right here in this last slot that I'm going to unlock in this expansion. And every one of the classes gets the 3rd subclass that they've not had. There's 3 element types in the game. Arc, Solar, and Void. And up until now, each subclass had 2 of those element types as a subclass. And with the Taken King expansion, what it does is it gives you the other element type for your subclass that your character was missing. So we are going to get the Solar subclass. And the Solar subclass for the Titan looks really, really intriguing. Now, I main my Hunter, and I was really wanting to level him all up first. But probably the most intriguing subclass in the whole set of the new ones is probably the Titan, or it's pretty close. They're all actually really cool. I'm looking forward to playing all of them, but this is the one I wanted to do after my Hunter. So, first things first, let's see here. Do I have any quests? No, I do not. And I've been a little bit under the weather, so hopefully my voice stays with us. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the tower. So this is our menu. This is all the different places that we can go currently. There's going to be another place right here that it's not unlocked yet. So there's Mars, there's the Strike playlist, the Crucible playlist, which these are just playlists of different game types, or match types actually. This is the tower, which is the last city on Earth. We have the Earth, we have the Moon, we have the Reef, which is where the Awokens are. That's a race that's in the game, and Venus. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by going to the tower. And I know for those of you who have not played Destiny, this is a little nuts. You're like, what in the world? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to go ahead and set my party to unjoinable, invite only. And another thing that's cool about this is I probably will at some point through this playthrough play with a couple of people from the community, because there's a few missions that, while I can do them all solo, or at least I was able to do them all solo on my hunter, the whole thing about Destiny is that it's kind of like a multiplayer game. And you can have fire teams of up to 3. The Raid and then the Crucible, which is Destiny's PvP or multiplayer, competitive multiplayer, they can be teams, fire teams of 6. But so it's possible that I will be pulling in a couple of people from the community through this playthrough to run through some missions and stuff with me. So that's another cool aspect that I was kind of looking forward to. We're gonna check the special orders, make sure. Okay, I'm gonna see which quests I do have. Okay, I need to speak to Zavala. Speak to Zavala. Fight through the blind. All right. So, what we're gonna do? First things first. We want to bring up our level because I already have some gear for my Titan, but I can't wear it yet because I'm not the right level cap or the right level to wear it. So these right here are all PvE, or player versus environment, bounties that I can do that'll help me level up my guy. These are PvP, or player versus player, so Crucible, competitive multiplayer kind of things. We're just going to go ahead and do a bunch of these PvE ones.
Goodbye.
And what I'm going to do is go and do these, and then we will come back, we will turn them all in, and that will bring our level cap up closer to the max level. I don't think we'll get quite to the max level.
You choose that one.
Oh, we got a lot of things to turn in here. And so it's not going to put us to the max level, but at least I don't think that it will. But it'll get us pretty dang close, and it should get us high enough to where we can hit max level pretty quickly in the first couple story missions, and we should be able to put on some of our new gear and help raise our light level, which is something that we're going to need. This right here is the representative for the faction, which is Dead Orbit, which is the faction that I align with. I just wanted to make sure I had already sworn allegiance, because I couldn't remember what I have done and have not done on this Titan. And what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we're going to see if we can't turn around. And we're going to have ourselves a seat right here on this here couch. And we're going to talk to our friends. And we're just going to relax for a little bit. And I'm going to go do some bounties. And we will be right back, hopefully ready to rank up our level cap. Alright, so we went ahead and knocked out some of our quests. Or excuse me, some of our bounties.
Guardian.
So after we talked to Mr. Cryptart and decrypt some of these engrams we have,
Not many of those left. Even in our always a pleasure.
we're going to go ahead and use those and level ourselves up. Actually, I should check. Okay, cool. Level 32. 70, 165. Okay, so the helmets I have at the moment. Oh, check that out. That doesn't belong here. I'm gonna go put that in the vault for my hunter. because that is a hunter helmet. Alright, so as you can see, our old weapons, their max level was 170, so anything over 172 is actually better. So let's get rid of this. And, ooh, 177. So we're going to drop off some of these old weapons that we no longer need. Let's drop that off, that off, that off. Actually, I might go get the icebreaker back. Let's drop that off. Because it's bound to be useful here on some of these early missions. For a little while, and here's where we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this little item called Focused Light. This is what you can get currently. The Taken King is, or Destiny has got a promotion with Red Bull right now, where if you drink Red Bulls, you get a tab and it's got a code, and you key in the code. I also, there was at one point that they gave out gifts to everybody for, like Bungie, the developer, gave out gifts to everybody, and one of the things I got was a buttload of these consumable items called Focused Light, and it basically gives you an XP boost for about 30 minutes or so. So we're going to go ahead and use one right now, and we're going to turn in our bounties that we went and did. We did all of them except for this one. This one we'll be able to get on the story mission stuff, so... So there you go. We leveled up to level 37 just by doing that. So that's pretty cool. 165. This ghost is 170. And as you can see, our light level, which is going to be our basically how powerful we are at the end of the day, keeps going up. I'm not interested in wasting materials on all this stuff. I will go ahead and do this though, since I feel like I'm going to be sticking with that weapon for a while. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go talk to Zavala to finish out these two quests. And then that should be done with all the stuff that we're doing right now. And I know I'm not really explaining all of this stuff too well. Essentially, Destiny the Taken King has brought or introduced a bunch of quest stuff, which is more from the MMO world, because Destiny is essentially like a quasi-MMO. It is, but it isn't. Maybe MMO light would be a better way to say it. And so, so it's introduced all this quest stuff. So the Taken King is very quest heavy, and a lot of them tend to do with your next mission that you need to do for the story. So I'm going to turn these in and see if it gives us any quests that we need to do for the main story. I don't need that.
Well done, Guardian. I trust you. Carry the light out there.
All right. So it gave us some stuff that we don't need. It gave us a Crucible quest, which we don't need. Reach level 40, that one will be simple enough. And the Path of the Striker. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and... Oh, wait, we've got something over here.
You have faced the
at the package. At the postmaster. See the little exclamation point, tells us we have something. Oh, I don't want to use that right now. So we're going to go ahead and go to orbit, now that we've leveled up a little bit. And we are going to move on to doing some of the story. Now, again, I know I'm really not explaining everything so far, but really all you need to focus in on is the story, and we're going to kind of get it rolling now, and we'll continue on from there. All that other stuff and all that technical mumbo-jumbo that I was kind of going through, I was really just touching on it. Anybody who has played Destiny before will kind of have an understanding of that. And if you're interested in Destiny and you get into it, you will figure out what all that stuff is. And it'll make sense. But we're going to start here by going to the Coming War. This should be story mission number 1 of the Taken King. Okay, so this is the hard version, which light level 240 is what it's recommending. If you look at us, we're only light level 171, so we got a long ways to go. So we're going to start here on level 25, which we should be able to do pretty easily because we are level 37. And here we go.